In a quiet little town in Belgium, the epic battle for honor and glory is about to unfold. Zemst is once again the heart of Europe's biggest curling league. With 29 teams from 8 mighty nations, the competition is heating up on the coldest surface known to man. The stage is set for a historical new chapter. Watch the epic unfolding of the new season. Will the reigning champion dominate the series? Or will N19 rise up and revive old glory? Are the Tigers the dangerous outsiders? Or could it be the desperate housekeepers? We welcome hard-sweeping power from the east, dazzling charm from the north, strategic battle plans from the south, and nerves of steel from the west. We're going to see devastating duck duels and rock-solid wisdom from Stone Good. We may not have Canada's heroic Homan, Matt's badass Stars and Stripes, or a Swedish Viking princess like Anna. But our league forges its own legends. Meet the magician, Peekaboo Caro, the little general, Gatling Gun Tom, the GOAT, Mustache Man, and don't forget the Walter. We'll express our uncensored opinion. Celebrate only the very best of shots, and seduce you with our sweet voices. Because that is what we do. We simply love curling, and we are devoted to bring this exciting, roaring game out into the world.
What a play! Good afternoon. It's afternoon, curling fans. Welcome into another session of the Belgian Curling League. We've got a great matchup today. I am John. This is Pim. I am not the Gëlle Fraen. That's who we're broadcasting today.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and not just another session, just a whole nother season of the Belgian Curling League. A brand new season, lots of new teams, lots of new stories to tell. Also, we're waving some teams goodbye. First of all, the housekeeper, the forever profitable runner-up team decided to chase other dreams. Well, we disagree with those choices. Everybody makes bad life choices, but we'll have to stick around with the teams we have. Lots and lots to tell. But John, how glad are you to be on stream again, and how ready are you for the season?
it feels like it's been ages since we've done a stream, and it has. I think it's been 6 weeks since we were on the WCT channel. So now getting back into doing ours, I feel I'm excited, ready to go. It feels like a long off season, and now we're ready to get started.
Yeah, same. And a lot of stuff happened in the summer. I did not sell my house. I did sell my soul though, because I got married. So that's not not true.
You're so mean to her.
Well, she's tied to me now. I can just explode all of my dad jokes and all of my my stuff out there. But yeah, a big summer. Kitzbühel seems like 5 months ago, although it was just beginning of September. And yeah, we're back in Belgium, in Zemst, and that's the most important part. Tonight for a international themed game. 2 women's teams, the national Belgium women's team against the national Luxembourgian women's team.
Luxembourgish.
Luxembourgish, Swiss word.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed. Who knows? Let's we'll ask them afterwards, or maybe if they tap into the stream, they'll figure it out.
Correct for us, yeah.
Or yeah, maybe if half the nation is on stream, then all 50 of you guys could just correct me. Oh, I have to calm down a bit, I guess.
A little bit. Someone's a little bit too excited for this season.
Definitely, yeah.
But yeah, so we're starting off. We've got this is a B-level match. They're in Group B2. We have here in the Belgian Curling League, if you're not familiar, we have 3 divisions, A, B, C. B is our middle division, and they have 2 groups. We've got a lot more teams representing that level, so only winner of each group gets promoted to A. The bottom 2 from the bottom of each group gets relegated to C. We get 2 teams falling out of A, 2 teams getting promoted out of C. So lots of movement every half season. So we do a fall round and a spring round. fall around. In between those, you can get relegated and promoted. So lots of challenge, lots of movement every season. It's allowing teams to see different opponents, and have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, and again, a lot of nations, new nations. I've seen a lot of new teams. I think the Netherlands, they are here with 3 teams. Dirk is already mentioning maybe a 4th coming after January. So our neighbors from the north are really discovering this league here, and we're pretty happy about that. Team from Romania, 4 teams already this season. The Netherlands, yeah.
Nope.
4 teams already, and maybe even more. Well, they're all invited. See, you can come over here. Just a small drive up to the Burgundian Belgian lifestyle. You can throw some stones, have some dinner. If you're watching, come over here. And then Spanish teams, they've grown. French teams, a lot more French teams. I think even probably more Spanish teams will join after New Year. There are rumors of a Scottish team even signing up. That would be a new.
Yep. And another German team, maybe a Danish team as well. So yeah, we were at a Bonspiel in Hamburg last weekend, and lots of discussions with teams and letting them know how the leagues run, and how it's sort of like a series of tournaments, if they want to look at it like that, and how they work around traveling teams' schedules. So could be it sounded very interesting to some teams. So we might see some growth again next season or next round.
Mm-hmm. Next season round, half of the season.
I never know what to call it.
I think even the Belgian Curling Association trips over its own concept sometimes, but definitely this is going to be pretty exciting. Yeah, let's boil down to the B group we're going to announce. So the League B, Group 2, we have some early standings. We see Team Harikara. They were in League C last year, promoted. Now they are in the B, and they are already continuing pretty strong here, top of the league. Although top of the league is very early to mention those kind of quotes, since we have 3 teams won 1 game, and they're basically tied for first. Arctic Foxes, Red Lions from Luxembourg, and then Harikara from Spain. All the way in the bottom, we have a first loss for the Gëlle Fraen, and then 2 losses for the Broomies.
Yeah, this matchup so far, or this pool so far, looking to be kind of it's anyone's guess right now. It can go any way. Even with those 2 losses, the Broomies aren't necessarily out of it. They do have a pretty deep hole to climb out of, but still early days. We don't know what's going to happen, so you guys will just have to join us and find out.
Yeah, and we have Ramstein in here. Ramstein, they basically relegated, but then were bumped back up by the BCA just by the way the leagues were formed. So they were rescued. They had that lifeline. Can they honor that lifeline? Can they stay in B? I think for a lot of teams, there is, especially in the beginning of the season, they're in this kind of mix. Try to stay in B, maybe promote, definitely not relegate, see how things go, and then they'll kind of adjust their ambitions as they go. I guess maybe some teams, they have a straight ambition to go for A, or an obvious ambition to try to secure their spot in B for the second half of the season. But more or less, a lot of teams just hope for the best and play their best possible stones. And yeah, Team Romania, I have some high expectations of that team. Transylvania, as they are called right now. Last year they were called Detroit Napoca. Yeah, I think that refers to a song. I'm not entirely sure, but we don't have to ask. Transylvania, it's way more clear.
It's a lot easier to say.
Yeah. And it's more obvious that they're the Romanian team. I think from the flags, it's not always as noticeable that the Belgian flag and the Romanian flag look a bit similar from a distance, but of course they have the blue part where Belgium has the black one.
From my old eyes from here, it looks the same. But I'd have to squint to read anything off the screen very much anyway, so yeah. So I think they have already started, so why don't we do our predictions? Don't forget to vote yourselves. You can go to vote.curdia.tv. You can put the I have the URL in the chat. Anytime before the completion of the 4th end, get your vote in, see who's going to decide who do you think is going to win this game. I think I was the winner of last season.
That is possible, yeah, yes. That is possible.
Yes, yep. You absolutely destroyed me in Luxembourg, or in Kitzbühel, but that's a separate thing. That's its own thing. This is a tournament, or this is the league. That was a tournament. So I am going to go with the Arctic Foxes. I'm going to take the Belgian ladies. I've played against them, trained with them quite a bit, so I'm very familiar with them, and I feel like they're playing very well right now. They are playing with only 3, but that's not always a disadvantage. So I'm going to ride with them.
Yeah, and as much as I like to counterpick, I think it's fair to say that Arctic Foxes should be the favorite to win this game. We played a practice game with Takeout Tigers against them, and they left a pretty strong impression on me as well. You can see the experience of Kim, Danielle really kind of showing in the team, and even though they were 3 tonight, I don't think that should be and will be a problem. So Arctic Foxes is my winner for tonight as well. I hope Virginie can carry their team to victory, because next weekend there is the Benelux Cup, so this is also kind of a teaser face-off to see Belgium against Luxembourg. There are some Dutch teams around here as well. Next weekend it's all about the cup, but now they can practice and see how far off they are and how much training hours the losing team will have to put in to prepare for the cup next weekend.
All right, so let's jump out onto the ice and get into the action. I will update the scoreboard going. Daniel, I see you there. Hello. Of course, I'm always right. That is the most important thing. That's not supposed to be there. All right, I will have to sort that out in a moment. Let's see. Betty is throwing, and it looks like that is her second stone, so I do have to see who has the hammer.
Yeah, we're quite deep in the end. I already count 4 yellow stones. So those of you not acquainted with the Luxembourgian language, Gëlle Fraen is Luxembourgian for the Golden Girls.
All right, now we go. Now I can focus on the game. Fiore with her slide out. Nice, calm, relaxed motion there. Trying to get this one around all of that rubble. It's a bit wide. It's going to hit on that outside guard and kind of chip in. And spreads the wings a little bit further on the other side. Oh yes, we do have skips mic'd up. Let's get them
Yep.
out there.
Let's bring the voices into play. Mics are mounted to the shirts of Kim on Arctic Fox's side and Virginie on the Gëlle Fraen side.
Oh, Daniel's saying he's injured. That's why he's not here this weekend. And by insurance reasons is not allowed to leave the country.
Oh.
That sounds like a prison term. One creeping around the guards. Nicely's going to settle on top of their own yellow. That's a beautiful stone.
Excellent. Is this our first click of the night?
Sure.
Now it is.
Now it is. Let's see if I actually got the shot in the replay, but I can always catch it from the main video. I'll have to sort out the microphones in a moment. See the score left up from the match played in the previous session. But you'll be able to play for the Benelux Cup. That's good. kind of waved like it was a little bit wide, but looks okay to me. Maybe even a little bit tight. Gonna get it close to that guard. There it goes, and gets the tap. Arctic Fox is still sitting in a pretty strong position, all behind that rubble. Things guarded up quite well. Only a yellow one able to run back on it, so going to be something for Gëlle Fraen to get rid of. But for now, Arctic Foxes, Kim looking to draw in the same thing. Probably want to put something. Why is that starting out upside down? That's weird. I'll have to sort that out. But probably wanted to get something right about there. Oops, wrong color. You would think I'd never done this before.
Yeah. I miss the wink, to be honest.
I do too. There was always a nice little bit of personality.
Yeah, I
out
think
on the ice.
that's true. I feel like we should start a petition, like bring the wink back.
Indicating it is heavy, so they're staying off of it.
That, or she is already high-fiving because of the faith and success.
Good idea to sweep this deeper if you can. Question is, why didn't it flip back over again? Oh well. I will sort I will sort that out in a little while. Probably
many
after the
questions.
stream. So many. It's like, have we touched anything since Austria? And apparently we have, because I've broken things, I don't remember it.
I think, John, and I mean that seriously, you might be a sleepwalker that fixes things throughout the day, and then during the night you just get up, you mess around with yourself, and the night version of John says, I'm gonna screw John over once again.
Watch this fix. Fix this, nerd.
Yeah. Eat this, daywalker John.
We do have two other matches going on at the moment. On sheet A, we have Rouen. I'm horribly butchering all of those French words, but that's okay. Yeah, Team Rouen from France playing against the Luxembourg men on sheet A. We'll keep you guys up to date on those scores. And on sheet C, it is the Curling Cubs, the junior women's team here in Belgium, going up against Old and Unwise, a team of Frisians from northern Netherlands. That one carried through. Let's see. I believe red has hammers, so...
Yeah. Yeah, I look forward to Arctic Foxes this half of the season. I think they can get pretty close to promoting to the A division, to be honest. I have to wait and see how they perform against other teams in the league, like Team Harikata, see how Harikata performs. But
yeah, I remember watching them play a couple of C-level matches last season, and they look pretty strong, so it looks exactly like they're coming back on that again this season.
Yeah, and they're called the Arctic Foxes, but it's kind of also the Blue Huskies 2.0, because Veerle is not here tonight, but aside from Lisbeth, 3 out of 4 players are basically the former Blue Huskies.
Yes. Elizabeth likes the weights. Really kind of want to leave this one high in the house, but is that going to carry too deep?
Maybe not too deep, but it could stay exposed, and it's also too deep. Yeah, then maybe sweep it as deep as you can. You don't really want to leave a hit and roll behind.
No. Don't quite.
Yeah, final draw attempt.
So, yeah, plenty of room for for Virginia to come in here. I think there's room to get even onto
On the pin, yeah.
onto the pin. So.
And good thing is it's a completely riskless shot. They are already second shot. There is no way they can make it worse. So that helps. But obviously this is
They are second shot. Yep.
they have the hammer, so I can imagine they really want to score on their hammer.
Yes. Fox is doing a pretty good job of making sure that they can't score two.
Sweeping for curl.
This one does feel wide. Not sure that's going to get over. We didn't see a lot of turn yet so far in this ice. And sometimes you have to be patient. This morning we had to wait quite a long time for the curl to come. Oh, did they wait too long to get on the sweep though?
Yeah.
And it comes up just light. So steal of 1 for the Foxes.
Yeah, it's one of those stones where you're kind of in between two thoughts. Sure, it has to curl, so you want to wait, but then again, it feels light, so you have to sweep, and you don't want to sweep too much and prevent the curl. Maybe sweep for curl as an option, but decent attempt though, and yeah, the damage is just 1. That is not the worst. There were teams today that faced a steal of 4 in the first end and still ended up winning the game. So
yes,
everything is possible here in Belgium. The rules of curling do not always apply to the icy surface here in Zemst.
okay. Somehow my buttons are messed up on my controller. That's why the mics aren't available. Okay, Elizabeth's going to be starting things off here in end number 2. It's nice steal of 1 to open things off against the Gëlle Fraen. I should probably not try to speak Luxembourg, so that's going to be Luxembourgish. That's going to be a disaster. Daniel's saying that if we look at Virginia's broom, we'll see the new Luxembourg broom.
Oh, we'll definitely have to catch a close-up of that broom there.
Something tells me it's going to be red, white, and blue. And I'm right.
Oh, yeah.
See the bottom there.
I like the broom. Into the house. Yeah, that definitely stands out.
We have the skip mics back, but it's both of them at the same time, so we'll see what how I can fix it. Because I found a button that works. Looking to set up the corner guard here, coming just over hog. No, actually quite deep. The way they stood up from it, I thought it was just a creep to a stop.
Yep.
And
It's just in.
just biting. Although, did Virginia say anything? Is she muted? No? Sometimes the skips just don't talk and then they don't let us know.
Oh, it's sweeping a bit next to the stone here.
This one just kind of dying off, twisting over to the right. And a tap on the yellow. This leaves a double. I think that Maya is going after these. Not with a lot of weight, so I guess I am incorrect going for the draw in behind.
Yeah, sweeper's pretty relaxed, so maybe this is heavy enough or even going through the house.
quite going to get buried just behind the tee.
Speaking of the new brooms, they were already announced. Luxembourg has new brooms, but did you know Luxembourg also has a new national flag?
No, I did not.
Now the new national flag is completely different. It is. You wouldn't expect it, but big surprise for me as well.
You can hear Kim in the background shouting, trying to get the sweep to get around. Peels off that top one. That's all right. I think keep that back one exposed. What is Virginia going to do? I don't think she likes those two sitting in the house, even though she is shot. So, yep, calls for the big weight.
Yeah, indeed. I like the call.
Nacho. Hello. Yes, long time no see. How are you?
Oh, you announced him as if you thought he was dead the whole time, and he apparently is not.
Well, it's been quite a long time since we've seen him in the chat.
Yeah.
Good to have him here.
Oh, excellent.
That is
excellent.
click-worthy here. Great stone. Gets rid of both of them. The shooter rolls over and sits in the house. So that's just a great result for the Fraen. They right in there. 2 stones in the house. Good separation between them.
Immediately on the broom there, quick call.
It's a little bit tight. Is that going to squeeze around? Yep, that's going to kind of flash in between.
And forced miss here, and chances for Luxembourg to kind of build up here.
Have our first scoring update. Pop up the ticker. Rouen scored 1 in the first to take the lead over Luxembourg. Olden and Wise actually had 2. Sorry, that's in the second end.
This one feels heavy.
Gonna carry past the tee. Kim's gonna give a casual sweep to get it out the back. Attempt number 2 from Danielle at this hit and roll.
Yeah, lucky for Arctic Foxes. Gëlle Fraen did not really punish the mistake, so you can just reattempt. A bit of a deja vu immediately on the broom there. Quick call, and are we going to see the same stone here?
No, this one feels better, but she's gonna have to work it hard so it doesn't slide out the other side. Well, creeps across a little too much, but gets rid of that shot one, and that's the important part.
And it is the main goal here. Definitely better.
Danielle, you see her, she's like, I twisted it in a little bit. Like, yep. But good sweeping from Elizabeth, kind of saved that one. Opportunity for Shiori to get a highlight here with a hit and roll. There's a call for the sweep. This one's starting to curl, and they're going to be able to hold it.
Yeah, close hard. Even catches their guard here.
Catches the top. Spills out the side, or out the back, excuse me. So now an opportunity for the Foxes. Get rid of this red, and they're sitting in a pretty good spot with a split house. Force the Fraen to chase.
Poor Elizabeth. She has been sweeping back to back. 3 stones in a row now. It's going to be a long day.
That is where the three-person rotation can be a disadvantage. Ooh, this one caught a little slide over. There is a double there now. Will they worry about that? All right, why does my camera keep turning over?
Hard to ignore that kind of high-pitched beeping that was in the venue all day. If you have a dog at home barking for no reason at all, could be the reason.
There was a beeping today?
Yeah, there's a very high-pitched beeping, like continuously.
Didn't hear a thing. Maybe it's outside of my hearing.
Yeah, I think it's to scare. There's this clubhouse next door with all the young kids. I think they do it to scare them away.
Oh, nice. Gets rid of one.
This is
and
excellent.
Rolls over on the top.
But just perfect, click worthy. Especially the roll on top makes it harder to take it out. So important.
There is a gap there. They can try to peel it off, but then you run the risk of losing the shooter. If they try for a freeze and tap it too heavy, then it could end up being frozen against that red in the back or yellow in the back. So, but I think they're going to go for a hit here.
Yeah, there is still just enough separation between the stones to make that hit work. They're not entirely frozen.
Elizabeth, she's going to be exhausted by the end of this.
Yeah.
Oh, it catches that yellow in the back, cleans everything out. Not necessarily the worst results.
No.
I think taking away scoring opportunities from Gëlle Fraen is also a good idea. So, especially with that yellow being already in the back of the forefoot, it wasn't going to. Very unlikely it was going to count.
Yeah, that one stone in the back is definitely not biting. So, plan for Arctic Foxes is maybe force a blank or just limit.
Yeah, force a blank, force the one.
Yeah.
And right now they're sitting in a pretty good position for both of those options. Now, if can't quite see it, but you have this one way over here, this yellow one, excuse me, that if they can get that red one up against it, they could freeze in there, that they could still try to score two, but it's not an easy shot, and freezing up against something that's already behind the house out the back is not always an interesting proposition.
I just had a text from Annemiek saying you were a bit hard to hear, so maybe your voice needs to be cranked up just ever so slightly.
Okay. There, we'll do that. Maybe. That didn't sound like it's going anywhere. Oh no, because I'm pressing the wrong one, that's why. Hey, we'll do that. There we go.
Yep.
I can tune you down a little bit too, because you were peaking higher than me. So there we go. Let's try that.
Yep. Always nice to have that kind of feedback. I mean, video stuff, that's something we can spot, but fine-tuning and double-checking on audio while streaming, while doing live commentating, that is very hard to spot. We do have these soundbars with the dips and the peaks and everything. But having people out there just saying, need to crank up somebody a bit. And the skips, yeah, for some reason we don't hear the skips, but I don't really know why.
Yeah, there's probably something set up that it would probably risk breaking things further without going for it. So we'll have to. I'll have to keep an eye on it or take a look at it after. I guess that was the one thing that I didn't pre-flight check yesterday.
Annemiek saying it is better now.
Ah, great. Thank you, Annemiek. This one needs to get into the house. And there it goes. So it will be a... Of course, yeah. What is she going to do? Is she going to... It looks like she's going to play the hit with that...
Yeah, I like how it's so much
room.
in the front of the house, making the roll harder to achieve.
Well, they don't really need
yeah,
any kind of rolls. It's
yeah,
just the
no,
last stone.
yeah.
It just needs to stay in.
So with the situation, what would be, like, on average, something a curler would do? Like, say, well, let's just put it in the 8 foot. There's plenty of room. It doesn't have to be on the pin, or go for a no-sit takeout.
I think going for the hit makes sense here.
Yeah, I think because even if it rolls out, you blank. That's also a good result. But,
Yeah.
if you leave it roll short, you can give it one.
Yep.
Now, if you miss a takeout, you can also give it one.
Right, but you've got more options. If if they hit the nose on the takeout, okay, they score one. If they roll out, then they're getting the blank. So
I think blank early in this game is a good choice as well.
yeah. Daniel concurs. This one looking, gonna catch it off, and there it goes. And yep, they will take the blank and keep the hammer going into the next end.
No measuring needed for this one. On the other sheets, 2 more matches going on.
Let me get some scores updated. We could show the ticker. Both of those matches have progressed into the third end. There we go. Luxembourg, Rouen, all tied up at 1 in the third. And Old and Unwise leading Curling Cubs 2-0. That's not correct. That should be 3. Oh, my scoreboard didn't update. Meanwhile here, Arctic Foxes lead Gëlle Fraen 1-0 in the third. Gëlle Fraen going with the blank in the previous ends. Elizabeth drawing this one in just past the tee line.
Corner guards.
Interesting how many teams go for the corner guards quite often, but then not end up being able to use them.
Yeah. I think if your opponent throws into the house and you really want to avoid having this kind of takeout after takeout, just scoring one, at this point that makes sense. But if your opponent puts up a good center guards, I think it also makes sense to just come around, claim the pin, and go from there.
This one coming in a little heavy is going to bite. I'm going to play this one away. Looking for the roll angle, I think, here. Weight looks okay, but I think this is going to be a little bit on the outside part of the nose, so won't roll over and stays outside the house.
Second attempt for a corner guard.
We've got the brooms on the ice, but not really doing a whole lot with it, just kind of keeping it clean. There they go, start moving bits. It's going to get over the hog line.
Not curling as much, although it curled way more than I thought it would in that last couple of centimeters. For a moment there, I felt like it was just going to drop dead on the center.
Tour. Good afternoon. Hello. Or I guess it might be evening. 5:30. I guess that counts as evening.
And Tuur is saying in this stream, no, it is Rouen, and they are playing on the A sheets. So you are wrong, mister. Get your facts straight.
Oh boy. Needing this one to curl over. Seeing a lot more late curl.
Yeah, lots of and was this overswept? And
Maybe, yeah.
They were going for a guard, so then technically this overcurled a bit, but that was noticeable from the previous redstone as well. It just really dips in.
Daniel's saying you've really become such a dad.
Yeah,
it's something like with the wedding ring, it just kind of like intensified.
Yeah, it enforces my dad power. I mean, it did completely disabled my ability to see beautiful women. They just disappear. If Annemiek say, "Hey, did you notice that beautiful lady?" Nope, that was where I did not know. That's the thing when you're married. But the dad jokes, however, and is tripled in power, and I feel the power is still growing on. This is not my final form.
I'm afraid. If you believe in a higher power, pray for me.
Whoa,
that
what
took
happened?
a big
Yeah.
off. Yeah, I think probably picked something up.
Yes. And Lisbeth says, you know what? I'm still going to sweep it because...
Yeah. Yeah, the handle's not even moving, so it completely stopped the rotation.
No clue what just happened. That is definitely something...
I'm amazed that it's gotten all the way down there,
Yeah.
honestly. I really thought that would have just kind of...
Yeah, and Danielle saying I just flung it, or...
No, I don't know. That looked so...
Maybe it's just like a super secret technique they have been training on all summer. Like, we see a first glimpse of that...
Well, apparently, like Rachel Homan has developed a new kind of throwing style where she can change the way she's going to throw in the last couple of feet of her slide.
How does that work?
I don't know, but she can say, okay, I'm going to throw this one straighter, or I'm going to throw this one more curly or something. I was watching a match the other night on one of the Grand Slams, and they were talking about that, so that's kind of interesting.
No.
The magnets, that's also a good one.
Just a matter of time before we see people copying that stuff here on club level, at least attempts.
Just ticks off. Oh, they had a good line. It might have been a little bit light, but just catches that red guard. Are they lined up now? Feels like they need to worry, like that Arctic Foxes need to worry if Gëlle Fraen, oops, sorry, not there. If they come onto this, that looks like it would come straight back to there. So they need to be careful with that. Now, why did it turn upside down? What is going on with the cameras?
It's like Stranger Things.
Working this one hard. It feels a bit light and it's a little bit tight, so that is going to curl over on top of Perez. Probably tap them.
Is it a second red in the house? Just a biter there.
Just a biter, yep.
Now, on the bright side, the Yellowstone is now slightly more covered. It was half exposed a minute ago, now it is not.
And it changes the angle of any kind of run back, so yeah, that kind of actually worked out for them. Yori with her first stone of this third end, looking to draw it in around behind. Get on top of that yellow sitting at the, just behind the tee line. Unfortunately coming up light, and that is going to catch the yellow guard and just kind of spread it out even more over that yellow in the house. Daniel asking, did we get your email? Yes, I saw your email kind of late last night, Daniel, and then we had a match this morning. I can give you a call after the broadcast this afternoon if that works for you. Feels quite wide, but should have enough room to get around, and let's see how it curls in.
Feels heavy.
Yeah, that's just gonna stay out there and kind of keep drifting. And yeah, it seems like once it hit the house, it just didn't slow down.
Yeah, and Gëlle Fraen not opting to smash things open. Feels like in this game, the first on the pin halfway has this kind of slight advantage into second half of an end.
Yep. You have to play to your team's strength. Obviously, the textbook says, yeah, by this point you should have started peeling things out. But if you don't have the weight for doing those big peels, then it becomes a liability more than a good strategy. So you have to figure out other ways. Going for the draw again. Line feels a lot better on this one. Weight feels more up. Betty just cleaning. Yeah, that's going to be easily around the guards, but is that going to have enough to curl it over?
Ooh, comes in real nice, I think.
Oh, it's just a bit wide. It's going to chip off the yellow, but not quite sit where they wanted. Good effort. Just a little bit wide, maybe half a stone.
Yeah, and again here, felt like what if they stopped sweeping? Could it have slowed down a bit, find slightly more curl? Obviously they were sweeping for curl. But very decent attempt. Danielle is dropping her broom, and nobody else does, so the unwritten rule of curling is not respected.
It's like nobody respects the traditions. I'm looking over on the sheet C, and I could see about 800 stones out in front of the house. Maybe one or two in there.
Yeah, you can see the gravity force field of the house there is just pushing stones away from the center.
This one's a little bit wider than the previous one, so will that even curl around? Obviously, they want this one to stop a little bit higher. But I do believe that's a little bit wider than they would have liked. It actually comes in okay.
I like
finishes much better than it looked.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be a bit further, too far out, but no, that one actually finished quite nicely.
And maybe before that there was an option to kind of bounce off reds to take out yellow. I don't really know for sure, but if it was now, that's not the case anymore.
Yeah, it's definitely gone. I don't really think that was there,
No.
but it definitely takes away any kind of draw and using that yellow as a backing. So yeah, now the real question becomes, do they have enough curl in the ice to come around from this side and get to here?
I think they do. We had a similar shot during the club championship on Monday where Dirk was able to come around. I was playing with Veerle and we were like, it's probably not curling enough, but it really, with the right weights, found a good dip and settled not on the pin, but close enough to find that shot position. But it is a line they haven't thrown a lot so far. That makes it a bit harder to find the right weight. Looking at run back options here, going for yellow onto yellow. And one good thing for the Gëlle Fraen is yellow is sitting behind T, so any kind of hit where they just touch yellow and stick around in the forefoot could be enough. Maybe even score 2. And what other run back angles are out there? I think over on this side, basically just 2.
Well, in Australia, I don't see anything either.
No. Yeah, it's hard to. Sometimes you have to kind of map it again in your head because it's upside down, a bit distorted with the fisheye lens. Feel like we are going to see at least an attempt for a hit and roll here, or a.
Yeah, I think they're looking at a run back. Catch this one on the outside and try to split like that.
Are they looking at that stone, or are they looking at the far off yellow one to kind of bounce in? Because even if it catches the red and comes back in, you have the little pocket situation where if you're like in between red and yellow, that could be enough to bounce off yellow.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah, come in from outside, catch on the inside, and try to roll. It's going to have some weight, though.
Yeah, I'm going to catch the overhead, so it could work. It could work. And especially the angle of success is slightly higher. Thinking time is over. Execution time just kicked in. The weight is there. Line call as well. Feels like it's over curling. Oh, could work. Bounce in.
Oh, wow. What a result there.
What an excellent result and shot off the match so far for me, John.
That one was amazing. It
Yeah.
just even got the roll back up off the second hit. Didn't think that was going to be anywhere possible.
Yeah, just beautiful,
Beautiful stone. Yeah.
And again, going for that option, going for the far yellow one. You have that extra option that if you don't hit yellow directly, you could use your redstone in the house to have that extra bounce. Sure, these enough weight to do that, but that was the case. Red is sitting shot. They are pretty happy. Arctic Foxes may not have had seen this coming. Now,
Daniel, she's your Virginia is your mixed partner, huh? Yeah, that's certainly helpful.
yeah.
If she can make shots like that, that's certainly going to go a long way.
And Kim is looking at a.
She's looking at this like angle run back here. Get rid of this one, which I don't think is a bad idea, honestly.
I think it's a good idea. There's not that much risk in the shot. Was a good stone from red, but if Arctic Foxes are able to make this one, they could end up setting up for a steal of 2. If things work out perfectly.
Yeah, it certainly put them in a strong position. Stone is on the way. Elizabeth's trying to get it. I think it's going to catch too much of the inside and just kind of roll over, join the rubble in the middle.
And there is, I mean, that yellow stone moved just a bit, and now the run back is there. Red, red onto yellow. That was not, the angle was not, yeah, but you may risk.
I think there's more of a risk. You would have to hit it way outside and catch it here to get it to run straight back. And
But yeah, you have to run it on yellow, of course.
yeah, but I mean, I'm talking about the miss.
Yeah.
So I think if they're just able to, because most likely if they hit it on the nose, this goes too wide. So yeah, they've got to get this right angle here.
I feel like they should try it.
Yeah, I do too. Take the risk. You can potentially score 2, maybe 3, depending on how far. But
Yeah,
maybe only
yeah.
2.
Technically, maybe 4. I don't think if the red one bounces off the top red one, and if that becomes a 4th shot stone, but
Yeah, it's hard to say.
It's hard to say from this angle, though.
Would it be closer than that yellow? Yeah. But I think you take the chance.
Either way, you take the chance, yeah. Pick up the rewards. Well, she did a hero shot before.
Yeah, she looks like she's going for it.
Oh, I like the boldness of Virginie. High confidence player here.
I think while there is a chance that they could knock their own red out of the way and give up a point, you're not giving up. It's 1 point early in the match, so I think it's a risk that's worth taking.
Yep. Yeah. Nice call. And now I want to see it become reality, just because we love that kind of shots workouts. Maybe inside.
Yeah, this one is going to over curl.
It is over curling.
Will that catch on the yellow? Australia cam shows us nothing.
Nope.
Nope. All right, so that is a score of 1 for the Gëlle Fraen on their hammer. So ties things up as we go into the 4th end. Such a great stone to get that one, just to get that one into position.
Yep.
Would have been very cool to see a second one get in there, get that run back, just to kind of highlight that was such a good shot. Fiore starting things off for the Gëlle Fraen here in the 4th end. We are all tied up 1-1. This battle between the women's national teams of Belgium and Luxembourg.
Yeah. It could be a game at the European C division for as long as the European C division will exist. I think it's just one more occurrence, and then it will disappear into to history.
Yep, starting next year, it will be into the Bs, just A and B, I believe, but they will be growing the pool of A teams to 16 or 18, I think. And the World Championships also will be expanding into 18 teams, I believe. Now, I do not like the placement of the 0 there on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's
That
like,
should be down on here.
yeah. There is no halfway position for the numbers.
Yep.
There is not on our scoreboard digitally, and also
There. I can white it out, and then I can draw the 0 in the correct spot. For varying degrees of better. All right, Kim is thinking an awfully long time about this opening shot. Oh, no, she ran off the ice. Okay, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
I thought, wow, she's taking a long time to decide if she wants a corner guard or come around, and looking for the coming to the side of the house. I think she may have gone and put a sweater on.
could be, yeah. It is a bit cold out there, especially if you don't have to sweep a lot.
Coming down, looks nice. About should end up about where she wanted it. Might carry just past T. Oh, keeps on going. Virginia gonna get that out the back. That's a shame. Looking for the come around here, but this feels light. Is that going to tap on that guard? Yeah, they're kind of letting it go because they're not going to get it around, so maybe it can hit on the nose, keep it on the center line, and unfortunately pushes it off the center line. The top one stays here. Kim going for it, going right behind. Take advantage of that split guard in front. Good evening, Karen. World C will continue after 2026. A and B groups are latter, but C will C will stay as the regional for C and PCC.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot they will keep the C's, but it's got it.
I was putting it on his reading glasses.
I
or this
needed
one.
to go find those. Yeah, it's. Should have swapped glasses when the stream started. This one coming around nicely. Is that going to get there? That is going to get there. That's a gorgeous come around. Right there. Top of the button.
Yeah.
4 out of 4. No notes.
Excellent way to immediately pressure the opponent. And again, like in club level play, I think this is excellent, just claiming the pin.
Betty needs to do the same. Wanting to get this one around, get a corner freeze. Looks like there's plenty of room around the guards. Now just need to make sure it has enough weight. Sweepers trying to get it as deep as they can, but I think that's gonna fall just short. Sets up the tricky triple center guard.
Over on sheet A, the teams decided to take a small break.
I can give an update on the score. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. As you can see live, it is 3-2 for Luxembourg over Rouen. And Old and Unwise are leading the Curling Cubs 3-1. Cubs getting on that board in the third end.
Wonder if this is going to be the year for the Cubs where they managed to get into the B division. Have been sticking around in C for a couple of seasons.
Lots of potential for them.
Oh, and this is a hit and roll option here for Gëlle Fraen. And this could be an excellent way to set up for a steal. This was just slightly too heavy, but if you're a Virginie, this is like the perfect gift.
So going for the hack weight hit here.
He's
Gotta
getting
make
around the
sure it
guards.
gets around. It'll get around that top one. Is it going to curl too much? It does. It
Too bad.
just took a hard curl right after the hog line and catches on that guard.
Yeah, not able to punish that mistake. And it was close though. Sweepers were trying to hold it straight for as long as possible.
Yep. We saw it this morning that once the stones seemed to cross the hog line, they really kind of dug in and took a turn. So he saw it right there. Just unable to hold it. So looking for a guard over those 2 yellows in the house. Wanting to take away any opportunities from the Gëlle Fraen. Well wide, but that is going to curl over as it slows down. There it comes. Is that going to be also too deep? That is going to freeze up against. So not quite what they had in mind. Still a strong stone. However, yeah, you don't really want to have it. Yeah, would have liked that one higher because now it's available to hit and get rid of 2 of them. Sweepers like the weight, but there is that going to have enough? It's going to get around. A little too far on the nose, so just pushes that yellow away, but good effort there.
Yeah, good effort.
A little bit more. I'm going to disagree with you, Daniel, on the triple being there. I think you would have to have somebody throwing like a 6-second peel weight in order to maybe have a chance at the triple. So technically correct, but not very likely in this universe. I think the top 2 stones were just sitting too even and not able to get into the in between the 2 of them with the weight you would need to get rid of all of them.
Fortunately, I wish I could hear what Kim was looking at. Can Red get into a shot position? I guess they can if they find the right angle. They can just push it onto the back yellow one and stick around. Maybe that's what Kim is anticipating.
Yeah, yeah. But as they are sitting 2, I don't know. I would put this. I would worry about a hit. This one is wide and heavy.
They are sweeping just to avoid disaster here.
Yeah, you didn't want to tap it on the side and have it hit something or to push it over into shot. So, yep.
Is Virginie looking at that option? Think she is.
Yeah, looking at a tap back. So don't need much weight on this, just slightly more than, I think they're looking at back 4. Just don't need to move it very far at all.
And getting this is hard. Yeah. Will it come in though? That is a question. I think it's as long as it finds the right angle, doesn't matter if it's slightly too hard, but it's all about the angle here.
This one's staying on the outside. Is that going to come in? As we see from Australia. Oh, that's a perfect hit. Wow,
well,
that got
it caught the front one though. Is it shot? It is. I don't know if it's shot, but it definitely can be bumped into a shot position. So.
Yeah, oh, that's so tough to tell.
It is tough to tell. I lean towards saying yellow's in. And Kim is looking at angles again. I mean, it is there. You just need to catch red on the side and Bob's your uncle. But are they going to try and nose hit red?
She just took a hack,
Yeah.
Hack weight.
Oh, this could be scary.
Maybe she must think that red is shot.
Yeah, but what if, I mean...
But what if it's not?
Yeah.
Now the risk, they run a risk of actually tapping that red. It feels wide.
It is wide.
For that weight, that's too wide. And that is just going to sail by.
Maybe they just avoided a miss that way. There was a bit of a risk in that call.
A very risky call. And I think that, yeah, I also don't think it was the right ice either for a hack weight. It wasn't going to turn that much. So I think now it's Virginia's turn to do what Shiori did, just get that little tap again, just to make sure.
John, maybe you can ask Daniel about the door on the back of the sheet there.
Oh, yeah, Daniel, thanks for reminding me. At the club in Luxembourg, well, I could ask him tonight too, when we're talking on the phone. Never mind, I'll ask you on the call later after the stream. I need to know some information about the area behind the sheets where the ice maker comes off and on.
Possible incoming hero shot here for Virginie. Can she bump red in a shot position? Needs to curl. This is pretty wide so far.
Yeah, that's just too wide, too far out there.
Now, interesting. Will Kim reattempt that hack weight takeout?
I don't like that call.
It's the same situation as before. So if logic,
if she liked it before, then she should like it again. So.
And Danielle is in the house as well. Is Danielle also looking at that risky side of this call? I just wish the mics were on right now, just to tap into their head. I mean, they do spot the risk. You cannot unsee the fact that you can bump it into place. You also know that your opponent is trying to make that shot. You're almost throwing the same stone as your opponent is doing. Kim sliding off, but no broom set yet.
Yeah, still kind of looking at it.
Yeah, so
I think she wants to see it from the other end.
Maybe.
I think that might be part of it because, yeah, when you get down to this other end, you see, like, you barely see a third of it.
Decision time here. Danielle not really suggesting for or against something. Not putting a broom as well. Is there a decision made? Hack weights?
Hack weight.
All right.
Now, last time Kim was way out here, which I didn't like on that weight. So this is much better ice. They want to try to get in on the nose, if not a little bit over the nose.
Well, it does curl, so technically that shot is out there. You can score 3 and then maybe 4, since you have a hammer. But there is a catch. There is a snake in the weeds. Like this was pushed slightly out.
Yeah, this one feels wide. It's going to be easily around the guard, but too easily. And they want to make sure this doesn't touch that red one at all.
Yeah, I mean, with this weight, I'm really doubting whether it could find enough curl versus just not finding enough curl and then bumping right into the...
I feel like there's probably a little bit more than this because our camera is slightly off the center line, so there probably is a little bit more red visible than we imagine, but it's not much more than a centimeter or 2, I think. So Oh, it's a risky one.
Okay, so a fourth attempt for the shot. Fourth time the charm. Pretty interesting to see two teams kind of playing similar stones here.
Yeah, but Virginie and the Gëlle Fraen, they have a bit more of an advantage because they can play a softer stone, and leaving it light is also okay. But yeah, they're trying to get this one down to tap. They can just tap it anywhere and they'll be shot, and that's looking pretty good. That's coming in over the top. Oh, no, how did it not catch their own?
No.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and now because of the angles, tapping in is just extremely hard. What are they looking at right now?
Good
What
evening.
options are out there?
Bart joining us, talking about the how they're going to be put into A, B. I think it does come down to world rankings, if I understand, Bart.
Is it world rankings or is there a qualification?
They haven't really announced anything yet, but the big speculation I've seen online is that they'll use world rankings to figure out who is in the A group, B group, and regional group. So but the way it's been worded, because the bottom two from the B group get relegated to the C, and they both could end up being from the same group. So you could end up with like one of the regional groups having more teams than the other because of it. So Kim opting to come from the other side on a draw. Trying to get the sweep, but I think this one's tight. Yeah, this one's gonna catch.
Just have to wait and see what the situation here in the house is. I think it's 1 point for sure, but is it a red point or a yellow point? Will they measure? We have 4 people in the house checking it out.
Oh, they pulled it away, and so they've given it to red.
Yeah, so that one little bump was just enough to nudge it into a shot position. And that is a steal.
A steal of 1 for the Gëlle Fraen from Luxembourg. They take a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, close game so far. I mean, I think if you're in the game, both teams, they feel like they have to play their best performance.
Bart saying that's going to be odd for some teams. You could end up with a team promoting from the European B to A that will be in the World C based on ranking. I don't see that happening because I think they would get enough ranking points, probably world points from getting promoted. Because you have it's not that you can go like one win above 500 in the Europeans to get promoted from B to A. So I think you'd have enough quality wins to get have some ranking points to keep you up higher. Now they could end up in the B, staying in the World B, but I don't think they would end up in World C on that kind of situation. So while we're in a break here, why don't we get a little score update? Luxembourg Rouen in the 5th end, 3-2. And Olden and Wise leading the Curling Cubs 4-1, also in the 5th end. Yeah, I believe like with the world rankings and things like that, I don't think it's going to be. It's one of those things you're coming back to. Yes, technically it could happen, Bart, but I think that would be such a very, very rare occurrence and probably only be in this first time the pools come out or are divided. So my feeling is that they'll use the world rankings. They'll put people in countries in the right groups, and it won't be. You're always going to have teams that are going to be annoyed, like, hey, we should have been in B and not C, but when you're region and then you get a chance to move up, it's just as easy as that. And will there still be, I don't recall if there will still be a European Championship or if it will just be the...
I think they will have a European tournament like what European A divisions right now, maybe with a couple of extra teams. But I think the plan is to dismantle B and C division and just have a European tournament. Because the top teams in Europe still probably want to have their own regional high-level tournaments as well.
So it'll just be a standalone tournament.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. And honestly, I like that too. I mean, I like that there's a better there's a better avenue for teams to get to the Worlds. That they're opening up for more for more teams, but that they're still having the European Championships as well.
I think it's still important to have a good tournament on home soil, being Europe as a home, for sponsors and everything. I mean, if you completely have no high stakes curling in Europe anymore.
Oh, they gave that point to yellow.
Oh.
Oh, well, that's interesting. All right, let's go back and fix that.
Yeah,
then.
we totally misread the way they removed the stones from the house there.
There we go.
I also wonder, Bart Klomp was the coach of the Arctic Foxes back in April when they were competing in C division. Is he kind of still considered the coach, or only during the nationals, where the Arctic Foxes are the Belgian Huskies, so Belgian Huskies? And will he be if they would become the national team once more for another season? Or is that still a discussion that is kept for the new year?
Maybe we'll get some information out of Bart. So it looks like the world ranking will also be used to determine who gets to play in the Europeans. So that will be interesting. This one coming into the house, going to carry a little bit past T, so Kim sweeping it just to get a little bit deeper. Virginia opting to leave that one alone. Going to draw in behind their corner guard. One not going to quite get over, a little bit wide on the release, so that's going to just settle down in the center of the house right there, top of the forefoot. I think that's an easy decision for Kim to get rid of it.
Bart is saying, I'm more of a standby coach this season. I help where I can, but I don't have enough time to commit fully. Wink emotion.
Emotion? Emoji.
Emoji, yeah.
My emotions.
Yeah, and is Bart going to the European B division for representing the Netherlands this season? That was a question we had since the Dutch national team, Team Hoskins, is fully prepping for the Olympic qualification events.
Coming over, coming down. Oh, hits it on the side and jams on the yellow in the back. Yikes. Unfortunate result there for the Arctic Foxes. Now, a bit of opportunity here to split the house, so Gëlle Fraen trying to draw this one around. Feels quite light though. They're gonna have to work really hard to get this one down into the house.
And is it staying straight quite long, or are they just giving lots of ice to get
I
it
think
around?
they're giving too much ice. To be fair, I think it's
I mean, I just find a nice dip towards the end.
yeah. Going for the hit here, wanting to get rid of some of this red. Gotta hold the line. I think that's gonna over curl and kind of miss the guard and miss the shot in the house, and that's unfortunate.
And no build-up, no setup for yellow here. So is this an end where Gëlle Fraen can score a couple of points on their hammer? Can they find the hammer efficiency, to use the technical term?
Looking at, they're in a pretty strong position at this point. Fox is not totally dead yet. Only one stone in the house. Things to come in behind.
It's light.
Yep.
And over curl, so the hit and roll is still there. So
Gëlle Fraen kind of letting the Foxes off easy here.
yeah, I mean, if they figured out, wait, this is going to be a guard, it's light, it's not getting around it, could have used it as a guard for the shot stone. Now, always hard to tell. You're always hoping to kind of sweep it in the house, but the hit and roll is still out there for the Arctic Foxes. And now it is up to Danielle to attempt it. These were probably happy not to sweep too much on this one.
This one looks all right. Needs to
Stays
curl
out.
over. Oh, stays out. Gets on the nose, so leaves the hit for Luxembourg. Bart saying he is going to go to the European Bs this year.
Oh, so it will be Team Klomp representing the Netherlands, with probably one of the most Dutch names ever in the history of national teams. Big shoes to fill.
Feels a bit wide, trying to sweep this one over. I think it's going to catch the side, but will roll out.
It's not the worst if it sticks in the house.
No, but unfortunately it does not.
And some guards there, some protection for Arctic Foxes to try and steal. So far it seems like we've chosen the best match to stream in terms of how close and balanced it is.
Yeah, competitiveness has been pretty equal. Lion is okay, but does that have the weight? Yep, that is going to be okay. Maybe even going to carry behind the tee. Just slightly, so.
But other than that, I
Yeah,
really do like the stone. I mean, given how much the teams are struggling to find a good come around, put it on the pin, like having this good effort, sure there is a potential to follow up, but that is not necessarily going to be the case.
Bart saying it won't be Team Klomp, but you're forgetting Team Van Dorp, which is more of a Dutch name. That's true.
No, I disagree. You cannot buy Van Dorp accessories in Schiphol Airport, but you can definitely find and buy a lot of Dutch klomps as a souvenir accessory.
What is a klomp?
A klomp is that famous wooden Dutch shoe you like the yellow wooden.
Oh, okay.
So that is pretty Dutch, right?
Yes, it's very extremely Dutch.
whereas a village, I think a lot of countries have villages.
This one coming up light, tapping on, kind of providing protection for that yellow in the house, so they can try to come in behind it. Even if it's light and ends up here is good, coming in behind is good. They've got options.
Back when Annemieke and I, we were kind of dating in our young years. At some point, she bought me a couple of like a pair of mini clumps as a little present. It's in a box in the attic somewhere. Yeah, I don't really know where to put it inside.
We, with my friends that play golf, we played at one of our annual tournaments in the Netherlands, and for the prize, it was a pair of like slippers in the shape of clumps, like orange for sure, with the Dutch flag and a windmill on it. I mean, it was the most Dutch we could fit on the gift on the prize.
Funny thing is, the Dutch, they still wear clumps. I mean, not the wooden versions, obviously. Maybe some do, but they have now rubber versions.
Yep.
My parents-in-law, they wear them when they go camping in the Netherlands. They're like Crocs, but without the holes.
This one's staying wide. Needs to curl over.
Ooh, do they give Gëlle Fraen an option right now? Yellow was nicely tucked away, close to no way to really reach it, and all of a sudden there is a little bit of a helper stone out there. There is of course the run back as well, but hitting yellow slightly on the side might do the job, and that is what Virginie is pointing out here.
Yep, they gave them the path, so
yeah.
We have a lot more clumped than I have.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It was, I received a kit, like a Dutch kit with all typical Dutch things, and it contained that pair of klompen, and then there was also this fake porcelain little miniature statue of the kissing couple in the Delft blue, and then also a pack of stroopwafels, which is extremely delicious.
It looks okay. Betty trying to keep up with the stone. Should catch out, but is it gotta curl over? Oh,
no.
Just tipped it over. No.
Of all possible outcomes, I think this is the worst. This is the worst. I can't imagine a worse outcome than just nudging it in front of the tee line. Even flashing it was better than.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, because now even run backs are off the table because of the way the two yellow ones are planted around the tee line.
Curious. As we look at this from Australia, this red here, is that lined up with a nose hit? I think that might carry just past.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for Arctic Foxes, there's not a whole lot they need to do. I mean, I don't think they need to draw in and risk leaving another one of those hit and roll thingies. Remember Virginie hitting a beautiful hit and roll there in the.
But that's what it looks like. I mean, she's trying to set it up, I would assume, around there.
I know. I think she's guarding up in front of the redstone to take away a run back. I think that was the call.
Right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that a lot better than risking being deep on this wide one, and
yeah, I mean, Kim was pointing out the run back angle, probably pointing out this is what they're going to try and do.
Sweeping just yet. Starting to curl over. And yep, perfect. Good stone.
Yeah.
So opting for a draw. There is still some room on the side of the button, I believe. Yeah, so they can still kind of tuck one in there. I mean, they don't really have many other options. I guess you could run this one back here, but could you get the double?
Yeah, and the risk with the run back here is if it fails and the stone you're running back just flies through the house, you immediately give up 2, and then with a draw there is this off chance. But even so, it's also hard. I think it's either shot or give up 2. There is not much extra room or anything else. Oh, Virginie. Pretend like Daniel is not judging you from a.
I don't think Daniel is going to be judging.
Oh, this is already
I feel
too
it's
close,
too
yeah.
light. It's just not enough weight, and so that's going to over curl and not enough weight.
I think this is a decisive moment in the game. It was pretty close up till now, but this is a huge steal here for Arctic Fox's score. 4-1, and only 3 more ends to go.
I put that in the wrong end. I think I did.
Arctic Foxes, they are happy. I think this is like the first time in the game they can relax a bit. Although you should never relax. That is the pitfall of failure. But I think this is definitely a moment where they can say, okay, whew, we fought hard. Now if we can just keep it up, if we bring it home, they could end up winning. At least they don't have to go for full risks anymore. They can be happy with just scoring 1 on the hammer, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
It really changes the way you can build up the grand plan here.
Yep.
Whereas Gëlle Fraen, they know that just winning on your hammer end might not be enough. You need to figure out how to score 2 or more. Potentially even steal on their opponent's hammer.
They are down only down 3. There's still time. It's not. I don't think it's time to panic yet. But this end is going to be pivotal.
Yeah.
This one just a bit light. Not quite on the center line. He's saying we've got to get out to the corners. Going for that. Oh, we can see the updates here. Luxembourg leading Rouen 5-2 in the 6th. And the Cubs scoring 2 in the 5th to get back into that match. They're trailing 4-3 over Olden and Wise. Meanwhile here, Arctic Foxes leading 4-1 after that steal of 2 in the last end. This is their corner guard. I'm not quite sure what she should do here. I still feel like you have to play a bit more like textbook, trying to set something up. I don't think it's big enough.
No.
You can get you have a little bit more margin for error, but you like bringing something into the house. But
yeah, I think it's just come around yellow. I don't really see any problem with that, to be honest. I mean, that is it's definitely a spot that Gëlle Fraen is looking at, so I don't really mind just putting something behind yellow, putting it in the basically on the T line.
Looking for like with probably gonna put it top of the 8 foot. Like get something into the house and then maybe break it up. Kim can't figure out which side she wants to approach from and where's the miss. And I think you've got to come from this side. If you're deep and it goes behind the yellow, you're in a good spot. They want that. They want that guard in the middle. Oh, fall on the slide. A little bit of a push as that's going to hit the guard. Will it take it out? Ooh, don't kick it.
Interesting things happening here with guards.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, it was in a free guard zone, so...
Yeah, but it wasn't out of play yet. I don't know that would have essentially gone out of play.
I think so. It had quite some pace, but yeah.
If Kim's all right with that, then, you know, we're just here to pass judgment loudly and publicly. But ultimately is up to the skips.
Yeah, I think if red was not settling down behind the yellow guards, they would always opt to put it back. They need the guards to score points, so...
One, just too much ice. They're expecting more curl, I think, than... Or she's well outside the broom. It's really hard to see, but I didn't feel like she was that far outside, so... Going for the takeout here. That is going to catch the guard again.
Oh, deja vu here.
Yep. That one is definitely out. And that stone will be replaced.
Yeah, interesting, chaotic start of this, and
yeah, and more opportunities for Gëlle Fraen to get back into it and close the gap on the scoreboard. Trying to curl over. And gets about half of it covered. Double there, though, I think. Yeah, double out, nose hit. Get rid of both of them, and I think this is where Arctic Foxes have the freedom to do stuff like this. It's like, okay, if we get rid of it, if we get rid of both of them, we're sitting out in the open. So what? It's 2 less stones they get to take.
Yeah. If you don't find the perfect roll, well, so be it. But probably it's not extremely crucial anymore.
I think something big just happened over in the Cubs versus Old and Unwise match. Gets the hit and the roll over, sits behind that guard. I think that's a nice result there.
Yeah, lovely roll there. Red is shot.
And where that yellow is peeking out, you can't really go chasing after it because it very likely will jam on the red at the back. So yellow would stay and you'd be losing less stones or have less stones. So this one needing to curl over. They want to try to get this one frozen up against that yellow, but it's just kind of hanging on that center line. That works out.
Yeah. Is it sitting second? No, it is third shot.
Third shot. There is a bit of a lineup. Did I just smell French fries? Frites.
Well, let's hope not.
It's no, burnt toast is what you don't want to
Yeah.
smell.
Could be though.
Likely is dinner time. Teams coming in to play the last round of matches this evening.
Oh yeah, that's true. We have 4 slots today.
This one going to pick off that red. Still sits there in front of the red, so another opportunity for Gëlle Fraen to try to get him behind it. Use all that rubble there as guards.
Yeah, there's still room to tuck it away.
Yep, lots of room there. Feels on the light side though.
Yeah, definitely. They do carry, and they just get it in a nice spot.
Fortunately, it's gonna curl over and cover up. I mean, it provides another guard for.
Yeah, on the bright side, it is serving as a guard. So, and again, scoring 2 is something that is still a decent result. 4-3 that would keep him alive, and that is what counts. You really want to score 2 on this hammer at least, just to send out the message to the Arctic Foxes. This game is not over yet. We are going to fight back, and you'll have to stay focused all the way until the last stone.
Him looking at options here, talking about a takeout, which I don't like. But now I think doing the come around, that makes more sense. Tap on that yellow. Is it going to have enough weight to push that back in?
Small split,
No.
I think.
Yeah, it's going to split over curled.
And now another come around here for Gëlle Fraen. Just in between 2 yellow stones, settling in the 4-foots. This is kind of the point in the game where these shots become important to make.
Yep.
You really kind of need those extra points. You don't have the luxury to not make them anymore.
Nope, this one's light.
Yeah.
It's Luxembourg ladies really struggling with their weights in this end.
Yeah.
They want to
Maybe
be
even
careful not to tap that.
Yeah, maybe even with the broom, because it's better to just tap off yellow and roll in over than to be kind of too close to that center guard and then crash on it the way they just did. Yeah, so I think a couple of attempts to kind of draw into the house, not working out for Gëlle Fraen. And I think in the end, if they don't manage to score enough points on this hammer, it's things like this that could end up maybe being the reason for not winning the game. Just struggling with a good come around, and
you could really point to this end as being like a key moment where not getting the weight, not getting the stones where they need them. They're not out of it, but like we said at the beginning, this end is crucial for them.
Yeah, a steal, and it's 5-1 versus scoring 1 or 2. And also knowing from playing doubles that this skill to come around and settle on the tee line, if you master that, you can bring a lot of teams into trouble.
Yeah. gonna get through the gap, but is it gonna have enough to get down to shot? Ooh, there it goes. Oh, what a stone. Great sweep right there on the pin. That is 4 out of 4, no notes.
Yeah, there is a run back, like no set run back on that red stone, and I feel like this is the stone they have to play at this point. Like, come around, they need to score 2, so leaving yellow out there takes away that second red stone out of a scoring position, whereas a good run back, sure it is risky, but you're with your back against the wall at some point.
Yeah, I almost think they have to try this run back at the very least to
it doesn't work.
Open it up. Yeah.
You open it up. Yeah. Good call here for you usually need to look at that option. It's like in poker, sometimes it's easier to make the decision if you kind of have to.
Yep.
I mean, going all in is a scary thing unless you know you have to.
Yeah.
Then it's just Jesus take the wheel.
Yep. I think they need to make sure they discuss the misses as well. I would probably come from the other side.
Yeah. Unless it bumps off yellow towards
Yeah,
the center again.
I guess, yeah. I
Yeah.
keep thinking that if the shooter misses, then maybe if it flashes they could still catch this, but then it still jams there, so I guess it doesn't. Yeah, maybe coming outside is better.
Or Virginie will just throw the perfect run back and all of the misses are irrelevant, as fireworks will be shot into the air in Luxembourg.
Maybe we should get that for on the stream. Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
really, really good shots.
Yeah.
Not only you get a click, you get fireworks on stream.
Everybody here in the neighborhood, what the hell happened? Oh yeah,
This
like
one
digital
looking
fireworks.
pretty good. Is it gonna be able to hold it
Overcurled, I
straight?
think.
Oh, it did just over curl, and
Well, it's open. Let's put it that way.
yeah. So
And Danielle notices that it's open, so the suggestion is let's make it not open anymore.
Yep.
Technical term for that is a guard. Well, it is, isn't it?
that is the technical term for it. Yes. They do also have, like, Virginia will have options for like kind of run backs, but
Yeah.
ideally they'd like this shot to end up wide and miss, leave it open that they can go after it without having to study angles and geometry. This one feels wide.
It does. It does. If it curls just a little bit, chips off red.
Oh no, it's gonna catch on the nose.
Oh no. This is what Arctic Foxes do not like. And now there is, with a controlled weight, a takeout for 2. The gap is there. This should be possible. This is not the hardest stone in curling. The hardest stone in curling is drawing in an open house. But it is important. It is crucial. Because they cannot allow another steal here.
Yeah, if I'm the Frauen, I'd rather be down 4-2 than 5-1.
Yeah, yeah.
And if they could get it to 4-3, that's even better.
Yeah. So the message to the sweepers is, if it looks like it's crossing the center line, sweep it with all the power and might you have in your legs and arms. because it needs to find that gap. Cannot cross the center line. Now.
That's pretty good. They're gonna get it around.
It was too close to the center line. It was too close to the
did.
center line from the start, and Virginie disappointed. So are all of the Luxembourgians watching the stream here. Luxembourgers. But it felt already so close to the center line.
There is the steal for the Arctic Foxes.
Oh yeah,
5-1.
And that's
the
just
7th.
3 points deficit here. Makes such a big difference. 5-1 versus 4-3.
Yep.
Arctic Foxes, they got away here.
So while we're in the break, we can show you what happens on the scoreboard. We see Handshakes over on there. They just did that. Luxembourg leading 6-2, winning that match 6-2 over Rouen. But Curling Cup scoring 4 to take a 7-4 lead over Olden and Wise. They're in the 7th end over there.
So the Lowland Derby, Belgium versus the Netherlands, is tipping towards Belgium at this point.
At the moment, it seems that way. So this one coming into the house, not a problem for the Foxes.
Even a good option there.
Yeah, at this point, they can start playing a scoreboard. They can start forcing the Frauen to chase, but they have not. So far this whole match, they've stuck with it and gone, don't care if they're in the house, we're going for a corner guard, so. And one thing to note about that 4 by the Cubs, it was a steal of 4.
Wow, that is huge, yeah. That is huge. I haven't seen the situation, but typically this is a draw against 4, where you end up not making the draw against 4, and it ends up being the against 4.
Yep. A little bit narrow with that corner guard, but still all right.
Come around, you can guard your yellow one. I like to come around. Every yellow stone in the house is something the Luxembourgers will have to deal with at some point if they want to score big. And you don't really need a guard if you're up by 4. The guard is the friend for a team that needs to score, so why would you help that friend?
Because you're a nice person. You're not selfish.
Yes.
This one is light. That one's going to end up as a center guard, I think.
It's coming in. It's coming in.
Oh, okay. It really kind of looked like that was dying out there, but Kim came out. Skip sweep saves the day.
Yeah, I think the Arctic Foxes were like, there is a possible run back, red straight onto the shot stone, so we have to put something in between, and they've successfully just took away that run back. And you can see Virginie, oh no, run back's gone, what do I do now? That was my master plan all along.
He was playing the long game, and it just, unfortunately, they saw right through the ruse.
Yeah, yeah.
Hit and roll is here, though, and that's a good setup with those 2 stones at the front for the Frauen. So I like this call. A little bit narrow. Over curling. Not enough weight for the line that they needed. That is going to tap the red away and leave a shot. Leave a guard over the shot stone. That's what I'm trying to say.
Maybe you did smell some burnt toast after all.
Yeah.
They just guarded up the shot stone, unfortunately. But then again, They opened up the run back yellow onto the shot stone. Interesting. Yeah, I kept deciding they can come in or they can take out the guards. I don't mind taking out the red guard as well. I mean,
Yeah,
but
they could.
as
play
long as
for
you don't
us.
run it back on your shot stone, that is
Yeah.
the only thing.
It's like they're gonna play a draw.
Yeah, maybe that's the clever option. Like, why would you go for a hard option? Keep it easy.
Yeah, a
your
split here
opponent-
would be good. You, yellow there, and my power. I lost power on my telestrator.
Oh no! So that yellow stripe will be there. Oh no!
No, I just turned the telestrator off.
Oh.
I do not know why that did not stay powered, but
So we'll tap off yellow, which is okay-ish.
gets another one in the house. Kind of closes up everything in the middle. Forcing the hit.
Yeah, slightly off nose, and you have this double, and you leave a center guard, so that could be a nice stone if it works out, but that's a big if. It's on red.
So wide. Yeah, it didn't like coming over from that side because if it was wide, that's what would happen. And I mean, it does get the hit over. It does push that yellow out of the way.
It kind of restored the situation we had a couple of stones ago.
Yep. Yeah, you've got the setup for the red onto yellow possibility there.
I feel in the end it came down to execution, and I felt like Arctic Fox were just slightly more accurate, especially on the crucial draws there. Both teams sometimes needed one or two attempts to come around, but Arctic Foxes were the team that got to the pin first in quite some occasions. And how are things going on over on sheet C? Feels like, by looking at the Dirk's body language, it's an interesting setup there.
Yeah, there's it's the final stone of the 7th end. There are 2 yellows and a red in the middle. Hard to tell from here which is shot. It could be red, but not going to be easy for the old and unwise to get anything else.
Mashing on red here.
For the, no, this is what they wanted. They wanted the guard over that, and that's actually going to be really nice. That's good guard there. Takes away that run back. That's exactly what they wanted to do there.
Yeah. Red is sitting shot over on sheet C, red being the Dutch team.
Yep. But only, right now, only really able to score 1. Being down by 3, the Cubs would love to be up by 2 with a hammer in the last. Going with the hit here. Maya on the broom. That is going to catch their own red and just slide over. And unfortunately, I mean, that's a very technically nice takeout. Unfortunately, it's your own stone, and so that's not good.
That's not good. They break down tactical analysis of John, throwing all of his experience and knowledge on the game and condensing it in these powerful words that just summarizes the whole thought process in his head. That is not good.
Hey, Owen. Hello from Belgium. Welcome in. Good to see you. How is your season going on over there in England? Seen a few of the Facebook and Instagram posts. And this is going to cover over, create that stacked center guard.
Overcurled maybe a bit. I think there is still a hit and roll option there.
1-1 in the 2 league games today. How many leagues are you in? Because I see posts about like Monday league, Friday league, Saturday league now.
I think Owen just sometimes invents leagues just to
like,
drop out fake wins out there.
I need more curling, so I'm going to create a league for every night of the week. There's the Sunday afternoon league. There's the Sunday mid-morning league. This one curling over, not going to get the hit on the stone. Just
yeah, they weren't going for the hit and
guard.
roll there. They opted to open up the middle.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah. I think maybe that's a bit unfortunate because they kind of probably need guards. I think the hit and roll was just out
It's
there
just right
being
there,
an
yeah.
invite to just say, please use me to get onto the pin, and then
Yep.
let Arctic Foxes figure something out.
So Monday and Friday are the weekly leagues. Saturday is once a month. And you coach the juniors on Tuesday. It's like, don't you have a wife and baby at home too? How do you find time for all of this?
Maybe he has a second wife. Who cares? Oh, and there's Dirk just casually crossing the sheet there. Oh, my me.
Well, he walked behind them.
Yeah, it's true. If you don't expect something to happen like that, well.
The old and unwise scored 1 in the 7th. So they trail the Cubs by 2 heading into the 8th end, and the Cubs will have the hammer. So a nice cover-up guard there from Danielle. A 7-house today. We love that term and have adopted it from Belgium. That's what
Are we
Owen
famous
said.
for 7 houses?
I don't know. I always thought that's how you would say it. But we'll happily take credit for it.
Yeah.
This one coming down, trying to hold it, it's going to peel off the guard. Yeah, they have to kind of play this peeling game. It's they've committed to it.
I always love to say a tree house because you can kind of imagine something with a tree house.
Treehouse.
A little house in the trees.
Yes.
But a 7 house.
Oh, a 7-ender. Okay.
7-ender, yeah.
Okay, that's the thing. I never really paid attention to that. I guess that's a lot. The thing. It's like all of my curling terms have essentially come from Belgium, because that's where I started playing. So I don't think about it, but I know I've heard the terms on the Canadian broadcasts and stuff before. So I think I like the house better than ender.
Maybe it's just like Dunglish, where we in Dutch say een zevenhuis, and we just kind of translated 7 house.
Well, that's kind of how it is, because when we say, it has to fall, that means to curl. But so I'm saying, oh, this one's just not falling. But in Canada and most other English-speaking languages, countries that play curling, falling means it's going straight, which also doesn't make sense.
No.
This one a bit wide, according to Danielle. Looks like it's curling over late. That'll get over onto the center line. And yeah, that's a good draw.
Yeah, it works. Anything basically cluttering up that center area works for Arctic Foxes. 2 more stones for Gëlle Fraen. How do you score through 2 from that? Pretty hard.
This is not going to be easy.
Yeah.
They're trying to draw in ends.
I mean, it's not going to be easy just to win this end, basically. And I feel like if Arctic Foxes manage to steal again, could be a shake of hands. Because look at the scoreboard. It was way closer than the scoreboard would say, but Gëlle Fraen only scoring 1 point in one end in this game so far. hard to kind of see them score 5 all of a sudden in the last end.
Oh yes, the curling teams out there looking for a Bonspiel to play. There is one in Kent and Sussex, south of England, the next to last weekend of November. One spot left in the 16-team tournament.
This is short
Light again.
light.
Yeah, that just seems to be like the way it's been going for the Gëlle Fraen the second half of the match. Just kind of not finding their weight, getting things a little bit too tight, and
was that miss, that takeout in the previous end, the kind of the straw that broke the camel's back for them, and now all of a sudden they kind of accept it. It's not going to be our night. It is what it is.
it's a possibility.
And
there.
then, yeah, looking at the 5-1, if you feel like you don't have that big chance anymore, that could just break momentum.
That is always something to consider.
Him doing some cleaning. There's the golden rule over at Kim's house. Just first clean the house and then play. Back when we were in Östersund and we wanted to play a bit of Catan after our meals, Kim would say, no, clean up first, then you guys can play.
Try to draw something around.
I think this is also light.
Might be able to get it. I think it's just a chip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even without the
just a
chip,
little
I
bit
think
left.
it was a biter at best. But it takes away the draw, and I think that is the only thing it should do. I mean, another draw is pretty nice, but I think stealing 2 or 3 will end up resulting in a handshake anyway.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter. It just takes away the whole option for Gëlle Fraen to draw. And now they only have one option, and it is to try a ridiculously hard run back or
I think they're gonna try to draw it around the yellow. Try to, draw it around the outside there, up the right side, and just hope they can get it on top of the shot stone.
how on earth is that draw out there? And
we don't know the line.
Was,
Yeah, don't know the line. It has to get over to the nose. It has to be really tight on the guard. Reaper's picking this one up, trying to get it down. It's going to get around the guard, but is it going to be too heavy? No, it just chips. Oh.
The curling gods are
spoken.
hammering down the Gëlle Fraen.
That's at least
That's
2.
a huge deal. At least two, which makes it 7-1. And we'll have to wait and see what'll happen. Do they have a game after this one? The Lux ladies? I mean,
it's a possibility.
If they do have a game after this one, I think the suggestion is, well, save your strengths and prep for the next game.
Yeah, they're discussing it, and it looks like, yep, there is the handshakes.
Yeah, I was kind of waiting for it to happen. You don't really want to kind of push a team into making that decision, but yeah, 7-1, and knowing how much they've struggled, that was a natural conclusion of this game. It was not as close in the second half of the game. Halfway, it was a 2-1, and I felt like at some point things can tip into Luxembourg's favor, but that did not happen. Just a little bit of errors in execution, and also just some bad luck, missing the crucial points they needed. And Arctic Foxes, they take the win They take the 2 points and they take the lead in Group B. League B, Group 2. That's the way how you say it. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like you said, it really looked like it was going to be a competitive battle all the way through, but something happened after that fourth end, and the Arctic Foxes were able to kind of keep it together. Gëlle Fraen lost their weight and their line, and just struggled to get anything going. And there we go. Yep. Reese Owen asking if there is another broadcast today. No, there is not.
No, Annemiek, she has to play with the Broomies 2 matches, which means I have home duty. I have to make sure my little crawlers at home don't eat things they shouldn't eat, and they don't end up in places they shouldn't end up, and they go into their beds in the right time. That is my sole and big responsibility, and therefore I cannot join John here. But maybe next weekend, I think we will have plenty of streaming ahead of us. This season for sure.
Yep. Plenty more to go in this season. We're looking forward to it. We had a good time tonight. We will be putting out the new schedules coming up soon, and get you guys all posted on that. But follow us on our socials, Instagram. We're the most active here on YouTube as well, but we do post everywhere else, so feel free to follow us there and get all the updates and see all the highlights.
Yeah, I mean, this is the most important message. If you really like our streams and you want to be part of it and you don't want to miss out on it, there's only one way. You follow the channel, turn on notifications, and also follow us on Instagram. Otherwise, you're gonna have this fear of missing out, just eating you, keeping you out of your nice rest. We want you guys to sleep. So that's the only solution to a healthy lifestyle, basically.
And as you may have noticed, we have T-shirts now. So if you want to support us, buy a T-shirt and show your love to Curdia and show everybody out in the world you're a big fan of us. But
yes.
We appreciate you being here. That's going to be it for us tonight. Glad everybody came in and said hello and watched. Saw some old faces, old names, new names. Love to see it. So until next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.